Hello and welcome to the love video. I'm going straight onto the computer to show what I'm doing. What I'm actually doing on the computer now is getting the sizes for the hearts, figuring out what size I want to do them. Like I did with the aeroplane really, but with the hearts. So let's jump into Photoshop. And here I am in Photoshop, like I said. What I'm doing here is I've got a grid set up. That is 1 centimetre to every 10 centimetres, very much like I did with the plane. I think that is about 6.5 metres long. So I'm figuring out roughly how big I want all the hearts. You see that one right at the bottom? That one is 1.2. No, sorry, it's 1 metre. So that's a 1 metre heart. And then that one at the top is 10 centimetres, as I'm writing, which is handy. So that's the smallest one, and then the biggest one there is a metre. That's not actually going to be the biggest, there's one that's bigger, but I wanted to put a marker in to work from that one, so I'm working from the metre heart. What I'm doing is creating the hearts on a separate document. So this one here you can see is 30, so that's 1 centimetre to every 10, so that's 30 centimetre hearts. So I'm making it exactly the right size, dragging it and dropping it onto this document. And as you can see, Stumpy is down there in the corner laughing his little idiot head off. Smoking his e-cigarette. Anyway, back to the hearts. Look, he's really finding something funny. I don't know what it is. Back to the heart. Yeah, someone's 30. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making the heart exactly the right size. So when it comes to drawing it, I know they will work. They won't look like they're jumping around too much. And actually, this was a good job I did this, because the initial breakdown of the sizes, like I said in one of the first video, I think, is not what I did in the end. It's very different to what actually happened in the end. Now I'm creating another document. This one's much bigger. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've split it up, 8. So this one's 80. So this is an 80 centimetre heart. Now I've made the wall bigger. I think I've made it up as, can't see what that is, but I've made it as big as I possibly can. By making that wall bigger, I now can fit the last heart in, which is the important one. This is the 1.2 heart. This is the biggest one. The one that I want either disappearing into the ground or disappearing off the wall. So I've made it as big as possible, and as you'll see, I'll pull it down, and that's what I like. On the paintings I do the love wall, the hearts usually disappear off the canvas. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm making the heart disappear off the edge, which will either be the edge of the wall or the edge of the path when we install it. I've got all the sizes right down there, and I actually add one more heart in the middle, but it's not in this video, because I decided to add it afterwards because I realised there wasn't enough. And actually I'm duplicating, as you'll see, I'm doing more than 110, I'm doing lots of little ones, but this was to get the spine of the hearts, the spine of the sizes. And I think that's a good segregation. You can see exactly how that works, so there won't be any problems with that, I hope. So that's the hearts planned out. So as you can see, that was roughly what I'm going to do, the increments. I just did another thing here. This is the plane to scale. So this again is 1 centimetre to every 10. And just to see how the hearts will look as they're coming out, when I think they look perfect. So that's my size increments: 10, 18, 31, 40, 47, 80, 100, 120, but then this one, half. I'm missing the edge there, but that'll be just buried into the ground. Next thing I'm doing here is, this is a to scale picture of the board I can buy. And I'm trying to see how many hearts I can fit on the board. And annoyingly, I can fit all of them by one. So I'm trying to decide whether or not to make this one here a tad smaller, so it'll fit in that gap, or if I can find another board. It's confusing, but the good thing is I can make some more little ones if I want. So the little ones at the top might be good. It's the big ones that are the problem, obviously, because they take a lot of wood. I found a way around getting all the hearts. What I've done is I've mocked up the board, which I've got, I'll show you in a minute, on the computer, and I've just moved the hearts around, so this is how it's going to look. First board will have all these hearts on, and then on the other piece of wood we'll have the big 1 metre by 1 metre one, and then another one I could fit in there. I could do a couple of little ones there as well. I might do that as well. Wood. I have the plywood for the hearts. This is all it is. Just got 6mm plywood. So I'm going to get that template I made onto this, and then it's on to cutting them, which shouldn't be too problematic, but it's going to be a bit more delicate than it was with the planes. So I'll get the hearts on there, update you, and then we'll get in the garage and do some cutting. thundering hearts on a Saturday anyway. They're done. They were difficult, very difficult. I think a lot of these hearts are going to be dictated how they're going to look when we get there and install it. I think some may have to be chopped, some may need to be altered, but anyway, they're drawn. So we've got a few little ones there. We've got a massive one there. Can you see it? Meter one. And then this one's got lots on. Going to focus it. You can see a couple of little ones there, bigger one there, bigger one, and so on. And then we've got this one here, which this one's caused me problems. It's hard to see because it's only the top of the heart. There, you can see it there. It's just the top. This may be chopped down and changed depending on where you put it. This is the one I wanted to look like it was either disappearing as the wall finishes or disappearing into the ground. Again, it's an in situ one, so I'll have to sort that out when I get there, but I'll still spray it. My only worry is this one from a distance may look like a big pair of red boobs. So, but hey, that'll give it another dimension. Love, war, boobs. Here we are again. Right, just going to cut the hearts out. I've got my little jigsaw. And so I'm gonna begin and see what happens, and hopefully it's as successful as the plane was. But famous last words. Let's put you so you can see what I'm doing. One down. I thought the plywood wouldn't splinter as much as the OBS. What do I know? I mean, there's probably you guys out there who do woodwork going, no, you're using the wrong blade, you should be using this tool, blah blah blah. But this is it. Anyway, so it's a bit uneven, but not too bad. So that's just the top of the heart. Does look like boobs. I'm gonna have to sand it down and, you know, just make this equal and stuff like that. But it's not a big deal. That's that. So now I'm going to cut some full hearts out of, where is it, this stuff over here. So you probably get the idea. This is the first one. There's the first full heart to cut out. Oh, that's not a good idea. There he is. So corners need sorting out and it needs spraying, but that's what they're all going to look like. So I've got about another 15 of them to go. So I'm not going to film with that. I'll come back to you when I've cut out all the hearts. I think this is going to take a while, like a serious while. I will talk to you later on. It's all done. That was very, very, very time consuming. That took much longer than I expected. Anyway, it's all done. I have laid them all out on the grass, the same as it is at the plane, so I can see the falling. So I'll show you from here, and then we'll go to the bigger angle. So there they all are, going all up to the baby one, right up there. They are 10 centimeters, going all the way to, this one's a meter, and this one's 1.2. So that's them. So there we go. There they are. So the plane will be here, and then these will be the hearts coming out of it, but they will be in red, obviously, not in brown wood. That's the cutting done. Now the spraying, and we're nearly there. I don't know. Spray time. The garage is full. There we go. So we've got some hearts here, some hearts over there, some hearts there, some hearts there, some hearts there. For the material guides, I'm using this Molotow Premium. That's just Molotow. Traffic Red. I'm starting these, and I'm going to work my way around the rest of the garage, and hopefully this is going to go okay. Wish me luck. open though. Safety freaks. They're all painted. Don't have a see. Oh, look at that! Isn't it pretty? All that love. See if I can get a shot of the whole thing. There you go. Just about so more. So they're all undercoated. They're all sprayed nicely. Each side of the plywood, one's dark and one's light. So it's giving it a slightly different finish. But again, as I keep reminding myself, and I keep telling you guys, this is going to be up in the air. So we've got those little baby ones there. Can you see them? I don't think the camera's struggling because there's too much red. And we'll go all the way up to the big boys here and there. I'm going to give them another thin layer of spray over it, and then I'm going to have to do the back as well. And then once the back's done, I will select which is the better side, which will be the side that will be showing. So protect it somehow. I've got some lacquer I think I'll put on the edges, and then just matte spray varnish it. All the lacquer I keep finding has got a gloss finish or a satin finish. I really don't want it glossy or satin. I mean, the hearts could be glossy or satin, but I don't want the plane being that, because it was big, and if the sun reflects off the gloss, it will look like crap. So the plan is I shall just lacquer the corners, the edges where the rain would fall if it needs to be. But I don't think we have any rain. I've just seen the report saying it's going to be the hottest summer in the UK ever, so here's hoping. They're looking pretty good, and also the battens have got another coat of red, which will make them more watertight. I'm going to pass that if I stay in this room for much longer. I'm using these varnishes, spray varnishes, to give the plane a coat of varnish, and the camera battery is nearly dying, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film this. Hopefully a bit. I'm using this one for the edges. And then we'll use the real varnish, the artist varnish, for the actual front. So this is just protecting the major bits where the water will run in. Should work fine. I'm using just standard Winsor & Newton artist varnish to go over it all again. Go over the front. I'll probably use the plastic on the back as well. Do not recommend this varnish. You get the hang of it, the idea of it, and so on. All varnished up. Varnished on the sides and the front. I will do the back as well. And then we'll go along to the garage. We'll have all the hearts. They will roughly dry as well. These won't need varnishing or fix or anything because they're spray paint, which is very hardy. So that's the plane done and the hearts done. Now I'll give it one last line up to make sure it all lines up. Then it'll be, I don't know, wrapping up in bubble wrap maybe or something to keep it safe. And then getting it home. And the sun's out, which is nice because it's been fucking freezing. The end is nigh. So, can you see me? Yes, I'm going to lay it out one more time. I'm in the front room because the place is big enough. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see it all with the camera, but I'm not entirely sure because it's big. So let's see if it all lines up for the last time. First up, the tail. The thin body, which is this bit, which lines up perfectly. And then we need the big body, which is this one. God, that was heavy. Okay, now put the nose on. There's the nose. Nose lines up perfectly. Now last bit of the puzzle, the wing tip. And that lines up like a dream. That's the 3 part of that. So that's it. My plane is done. You can kind of see how big it is when I'm sitting down here. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good, and I'm really happy how it's lined up. That is it. We are done. No more painting, no more cutting. All we need to do now is screw it to a wall. That sounds really simple, doesn't it, when I say it? Ta-da!